Hello, I'm Susan Tuckle, President of lecmpa. Thank you for investing your time in learning more about lecmpa and for your commitment to offering our job insurance to your coworkers and fellow union members. Your role in this company is a very important one. As liaison between our home office and your colleagues, you're the ambassador of protection from wage loss due to discipline. No one wants to think about what would happen if they were disciplined and put out of work for months at a time. Union transportation workers have an opportunity to protect themselves in a way not available to most workers. This is particularly important when you think about how many rules and regulations govern your work in the transportation industry and how easy it is to get into trouble. Our goal is to support you, our reps in the field, so you're successful in signing new members. This video will teach you some important information about our different insurance plans. We'll also discuss our key sales messages and strategies to attract new members. Your state manager and regional marketing director are always available to talk further if you have more questions. And our home office staff is a great source of information and very willing to walk you through the process. lecmpa was established in 1910 and provides wage loss insurance to unionized transportation workers throughout the United States. We're a nonprofit, member-owned company with over 29,000 members. It's important to know that lecmpa is an actual insurance company regulated by the state of Michigan. And we're the only nonprofit mutual job insurance company. Our competitors are for-profit insurers or funds, which aren't supervised for the protection of their members. We give our members a contract which can't be changed unless both parties agree. And we have a proven track record of paying claims in a timely manner, with millions of dollars in claims paid each year. So in summary, lecmpa is a nonprofit mutual insurance company. That means we're owned by our members and don't have to satisfy shareholders who aren't union transportation workers. We're regulated by the state of Michigan, which reviews our performance every year in order to protect our members. We pay millions of dollars in claims each year, and we're established. lecmpa has been in business since 1910. Thank you again for your time, and I hope this information proves helpful. Now I'd like you to meet Transportation Joe, our sales and marketing guru. He'll guide us through best practices and product information.
Thanks, Susan. I'd like to personally welcome you to the lecmpa team. Your service is very important to us and to your coworkers. Now, let's roll up our sleeves and get started. Our wage indemnity coverage, sometimes called job insurance, is available to unionized transportation workers only. A prospect must be a member in good standing with the union and work in the transportation industry. In addition, our underwriting rules require that the prospect not be on hiring or disciplinary probation and have 3 years of clean discipline when he or she applies. That means a new member can't have been involved in any incidents which did or might result in discipline for 3 years before applying. lecmpa's territories are broken up into the West Territory, led by Bob Brown, and the East Territory, led by Ron Enos. These marketing directors are supported by our state managers. Our reps report to our state managers and should contact them with any questions they may have. An organizational chart with contact information is included in our sales resource guide. Please refer to the binder for all the details. Communication is the key. Job insurance is a personal decision. Workers need to be reassured they're making a good decision to protect their families and that they are receiving the best coverage possible. They should also know that they are in a unique position to be offered this type of coverage. It's available to them because they are unionized transportation workers and is exclusive to their industry. The schedules can seem a bit overwhelming. However, we have simplified them for you. The focus should be on the breadth of choice and how affordable the monthly premiums are. But before we look at the product schedules, let's talk about the need for job insurance. As you know, union transportation workers are governed by hundreds of operating rules, regulations, and orders. What would you do if you were held out of service without a paycheck? Ask your coworkers these questions. If you were held out tomorrow, could you go without a paycheck for 90, 120, 180 days or more? How will you pay for your house payment and other bills while still putting food on the table and managing the needs of your family? Most workers aren't able to manage their monthly bills on unemployment alone. With lecmpa, for a small monthly premium, you'll receive peace of mind knowing you'll have some income if you receive discipline. Most lecmpa policies also include an accidental death feature. And our accidental death protects you on or off the job 24 hours a day. You also get some accidental death coverage on your beneficiary, a spouse, or any other adult you choose. This is hands down the best job insurance protection available. We wouldn't still be around 100 years later if it wasn't. Many people we talk to don't think that they will ever need this coverage. They figure that if they are careful and attentive at work and do their best, their job is always safe. We know from experience it's not enough to just try your best. Virtually every transportation worker will get some time off without pay at some time in his or her career. And if you have just one 60-day disciplinary period in 10 years, you'll recover your premiums for that entire 10-year period. It doesn't just make sense to carry job insurance. It's a must-have for every unionized transportation worker, especially those who have dependents or those with assets they need to protect. The other thing that you should know about lecmpa is that you are not obligated to continue with the program long-term. Should you ever decide you want to cancel, you may do so without penalty. However, once you have canceled your membership, your job insurance benefits are no longer valid. Also, if you're ever off work due to furlough or medical or military leave, you can make your policy inactive and stop paying the monthly premium. When you return to work and reactivate your policy, your benefits will be reinstated without penalty. The most frequent question we hear is, what does lecmpa job insurance cover? And since we provide wage loss coverage for unionized transportation workers in all industries for most inadvertent rule violations, it's a lot easier to review what we don't cover. lecmpa does not cover claims that stem from discipline associated with drugs or alcohol. We don't cover gross neglect of job responsibilities like sleeping on the job or violation of your employer's anti-harassment policies. Please refer to the Policy and Sales Resource Guide for the complete details on exceptions. Remember, we pay millions in claims each year, so while there are policy exclusions, the vast majority of inadvertent rule violations are covered. Now, let's figure out what coverage is right for your coworkers. Ask them these questions. What is your union affiliation and craft? We have two sets of insurance offerings based on your position. Group A is all train service and office workers, including conductors, engineers, crew callers, and dispatchers. Group B includes everyone else in the unionized transportation industry. Once you've established which group your potential member falls into, you then follow up with, what do you make? How much coverage do you need? Most members like to ensure they'll be covered for at least 80% of their current pay should they be on the street due to discipline. You can insure up to 100% of your average daily wage. How many days do you need coverage for? Discipline time periods vary between crafts and companies, and you pay a bit more for larger periods of discipline days. Group A offers Premier 120, a fixed number of 120 days of discipline benefits per claim or per year, and Premier 180, a fixed number of 180 days of discipline benefits per claim or per year. Both Premier policies include an accidental death feature for the member and the beneficiary, and the accidental death feature covers the member on and off the job. Also available is Policy Number 7, Schedule 2, a variable number of discipline days which increases with membership year. The initial coverage includes 60 days, and the number of days increases by 30 days each year, for a maximum of 365. Group B offers Policy 7, a variable number of benefit days which increases with membership year. The initial coverage is 250 days for the first 2 years, 300 for the third year, and 365 for the fourth year and beyond. There's no accidental death benefit with this plan. Group B members can also get Policy 10, a variable number of benefit days which increases with membership year. Initial coverage is 180 days for the first year and increases by 30 days each year until the fifth year of membership, in which the number of days paid maxes out to 300. This plan includes an accidental death feature for the member that increases with membership seniority and a $5,000 accidental death benefit for your beneficiary. Additional product information and samples of the schedule can be found in your sales resource guide. Now that we have the products covered, let's switch gears and focus on marketing. The first thing you should do is just talk to the people you work with every day. Once you've established the need for job insurance, you can continue to talk to your coworkers in a low-pressure way. You don't have to be a salesperson. Once people know our insurance is available, they're usually interested. A good way to attract new leads is to present at an existing event or simply have a presence at an event such as a union meeting. Typically, you can set up a table and pass out literature at these meetings. You can also collect contact information to follow up on leads at a later date. Another option is to create an event introducing lecmpa to a work group. A pizza party or a luncheon is a great way to give a short introductory presentation on LECMPA to a group. Be sure to have a sign-in sheet, or better yet, have a raffle, so that you're sure to get everyone's contact information and can follow up with all the attendees after the event. To encourage attendance at your event, consider passing out flyers, contacting union officers to get the word out, and posting signs about the event. Talk to your state manager about other options for creating an event. Try asking, "Can I sign you up today and provide you with a month of free coverage?" All new members taking a number 7 or number 10 policy receive the balance of the month of sign-up, plus the next month free of charge. And new members taking a premier policy get the rest of the current month free of charge. The best way to make a sale is to meet one-on-one with a potential new member. This is a personal decision that most people will only be comfortable discussing in private. After you introduce LECMPA, establish a need for job insurance and review the different products available. Be sure to ask for the sale. Your close is the very best time to make the sale because the value of our policy is fresh in the minds of your audience. Many times we find that's all you need to do to sign the new member. If they decide they need more time to think about it, that's okay too. But always ask for the sale. Don't assume they need time to think about it or to talk it over with their wife. Always be available and knowledgeable about the policies. Trust is key to a successful agent. Once you have gained the trust of your colleagues, they'll be more likely to sign up for LECMPA job insurance. And honesty is always the best policy, and the only acceptable policy at LECMPA. Once you've established a relationship with a new member, encourage referrals. It's in everyone's best interest to carry job insurance. Friends don't let friends go to work without job insurance.
Thanks, Joe. That's great advice. I hope you found this information valuable and you'll take the time to review the materials in your sales resource guide. I particularly think you'll find the Q&A and competitive analysis useful. If you have any questions about these materials, please contact your state manager or regional marketing director. And thanks again for being part of the LECMPA team. We're sure glad to have you. Hello, I'm Susan Tuckle, President of LECMPA.